Hey Pisces, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your October 2019 reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in Pisces. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks to everybody who's been subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate that. I did notice I made a mistake when I was talking, and it's like one of those things where you start talking and it just gets legs and runs. I accidentally said new moon and I meant to say full moon. So we've got a full moon in Aries coming October 13th, and I kept calling it a new moon, and that's actually not right. So I apologize on that. Full moon headed, and it's going to be a potent full moon, just like the rest of the full moons in 2019. And this is, this is the kind, I don't know where I'm getting this from, that can really knock your balls through your ass. It's going to be an initiator moon. It's going to be powerful and strong like Aries. And I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy, though, what it brings in. A lot of rebirth, just kind of a rejuvenation. That's the other word I get. It's just going to be revitalizing for some of you. So I don't know about you all, but, I don't think I've ever been able to let go of anything that I didn't leave claw marks on. So if you're finding that you've been hanging on to something, you set those intentions with the full moon, do some writing, do some visualizing, meditate, get yourself really clear on what you want, and the universe will bring it to you. So every month I'm going to do a reading, and then I'll do weekly reads too. And if there's something you want in particular, comment and let me know, and I will try my best to do it for you. I've mentioned in some of the other signs, I am actually a fully licensed clinician. I've got a macro license and a clinical license, so I'm a fully licensed therapist. So macro just means I can run a big agency. Don't use this in place of therapy. If you know you have something that needs to be treated, go get it treated. I also have a link to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. If you're really, if you're having thoughts about suicide, I don't want to bring this too low vibrational, but if you are, please use that, okay? Because this tarot is meant to be some guidance, intuitive guidance, but don't live your life by that. If you get a reading and you're just starting to kind of feel bad and notice you're having a lot of negative thoughts, turn it off. Go turn on some Louise Hay or something uplifting, Deepak Chopra. I actually met Deepak a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing. So anyway, there's lots of good stuff on YouTube. If you find a tarot reading bringing you down, get away from it. I personally will not stay around anything, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. If it starts to affect how I feel and I feel like it's really low vibrational, I will remove myself. It's like, you're in a bad mood, get away from me. So every month, too, I'm going to give a different oracle card. This month, we're going to do the Wild Offering Oracle. I don't see a lot of readers using this one, and it's really fun, and I love the message. So anyway, so I shuffled these cards pretty thoroughly off of camera, but I thought I'd just do a few more shuffles so that I'm not trying to orchestrate a reading. And it's weird too, because I kept getting some of the same cards, and I thought, okay, I'm really gonna shuffle these. It didn't matter. I even got some of the same cards, one card in the exact same placement, which was even weirder. So I guess it's synchronicity, and it's meant to be, huh? All right, so what's going on here for Pisces in October 2019, Pisces. Okay, Judgment and the Two of Swords, so maybe some indecision, waiting on a decision certainly could be, for sure. I mean, those are really coinciding energies. Eight of Swords is in the past. Love this. You're going from the 8 to the 6. That's good movement. Oh, yeah, this is looking nice. Okay, let me just make sure you can see these. Very nice, Pisces. All right, let me just kind of move this a little bit so you can see a little better. Okay, so you've got some really nice energies coming in for you. The current situation, and again, I was married to a Pisces. Some of y'all can be very indecisive. The one I was married to would be, needing direction on what to eat for the day. Like, I don't know what to eat today. I mean, even the most mundane things. So I'm not saying all Pisces are like that, because in any sign there's a continuum. So, we don't put you into a box here. But what you're facing right now is waiting for some kind of a decision. could be, possibly something in the legal realm if you've been separated or something like that. That is a possibility. I don't fully see that though. I feel like it's more of just trying to figure out, how to move forward, or if this is even really what you want. That could also be a possibility. There's just some confusion here, especially with that Two of Swords, but the decision with the Judgment is coming. So the Two of Swords is not knowing what to do, and Judgment is more like being given an option, or, people are waiting for this decision, but Judgment Day is coming. So this won't hopefully be too much longer. It'll be, my guess would be, or what I'm feeling is the next probably 2 weeks. I'm thinking you're going to know whatever that is about. But you have had the underlying cause is very slow moving energy here. So this Knight of Pentacles is bringing an offer, but he's completely stopped. If you look at the other Knight cards, if you ever get a chance to do that, he's the one that's completely standing still on his horse. So, an offer's coming, but very slow communication. Very slow. The other thing, too, is sometimes this can be somebody who takes things slow in order to make it last. So, it could be something that will endure by the looks of these other cards. I was going to tell you too, you've got a lot of air in this reading. You've got fire, you've got water, you've got earth, you've got Leo, and you've got Scorpio too. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Leo, could be them, or if they have a lot of water in their chart, could be somebody with heavy water in their chart too. So anyway, something... A commitment is coming your way. It's just very slow. And this is your most recent energy where you felt really shackled in a situation, but it was you holding yourself back. It was not anything that you couldn't control. Oh man, I always look at the bottom of the deck. Yep, you've got an offer coming in for sure, because this is the Ace of Pentacles. Again, it could be about money or work, but I'm really sensing this is a love reading. That's really my intention with these, but really liking that too. So you've got, let's put that over here so you can see it. So that looks good. So you're coming out of a place of indecision, low confidence, not feeling like you're in your own power. And by the way, the outcome, you're really going to be in your own power. So this is wonderful. But just coming from kind of a meh energy, and maybe, who knows, maybe with that full moon coming, that could be part of it. Now you're moving forward, you're moving ahead. This is the overarching energy of the reading. Sometimes it can be moving ahead with baggage, but I don't get that opinion with all these swords. I do feel like it's like you're going to be cutting yourself free from the insecurities and the doubts. Could be travel, but I don't necessarily see a lot of other travel cards in here, but it's possible. If you've been thinking, or no, I've been trying to plan a trip, then that's for you. This is coming towards you, and this is a very nurturing, beautiful energy. A real true love commitment here. This is somebody who's not afraid to be emotionally vulnerable, but they're also very emotionally stable. So this is someone who can communicate clearly, who is in touch with their emotions, who knows who they are, and can be a really phenomenal partner. So this is what's coming next in the immediate future, and it very well could be judgment, and hey, let's take this to the next level. We need to make a decision, and I know what the right choice is. I don't see anything with third party here. This is for you. This is you. It's going to take, some patience on your part. And, one thing about Pisces is they don't tend to like to be chased. So Pisces can be incredibly patient. And a Pisces can wait things out for quite a while, and it doesn't really seem to bother them too much. So for you, this is not a bad card at all. I'm an Aries Venus and an Aries Sun, and I hate it when I see things like strength and judgment, because I'm going, oh, great, I'm waiting, what? But for you, I actually think this is ideal because of some of the tendency to be indecisive. I think this will really serve you well. You'll get a very clear picture. I actually think both of these make a lot of sense with this, where you'll have a very clear picture, and you'll know that any obstacle that could get in the way, you're going to be able to overcome. So you're going to have great strength in this situation. It's going to be very stable, and who's coming towards you is the Ace of Cups. So here's somebody that is going to offer you love, a stable offering of love. And with these two together, you know, for sure. I mean, and also too, I'd include this. Oh my God, I peeled this off. The next card is the Lovers. And then the Two of Cups. It's like the whole deck. And then we get into the Ten of Pentacles. I don't really like it when I see readers doing stuff like this, where it's just card after card, and then the next card is the Moon is you. So I'm going to put these back, but my gosh, Pisces, this is crazy. It's definitely a love reading for sure. And what they're trying to communicate is you have the love of a lifetime coming right up into your future. It could certainly be somebody you're already with. I don't necessarily, even though you've got the two pentacles, or excuse me, the two aces here, I don't necessarily see it as a brand new love offer. It could be if you're single and you're saying, I don't have anybody or anything going on. It could be definitely somebody that you've been with and it's going to go to that next level. Death is a transformative card. Okay, so don't ever be scared. I, in fact, like to see this in a reading because it tells me you're moving up and ascending to the next layer of growth. We're put here to grow and to have joy and to have fun. Life is supposed to be fun. We're not here, and I mean, nothing burns me more when I hear people say things like, you know, my suffering is so I'll be rewarded in the afterlife. That's such a crock of shit. Don't buy into that. You were not put here to suffer. You were put here to be a teacher, a healer, an uplifter, and to enjoy your life. You were not put here to suffer. And when I see suffering, what it tells me is I don't see my life the way that the source within me sees it. That's what it tells me. That something in my ego, my personality, is judging the situation in a way that is, you know, a negative way, but a way that's probably not realistic. That it's all about the ego. So our ego is not our amigo. I remind myself and others of that regularly. So anyway, so death is transformative, and with all these love cards, that's a wonderful card. And it could be, you know, if you've been kind of a player type, Pisces, because some of y'all can be like that too, where you have lots of offers and you're charming and creative and fun, loving, and you have lots of offers and you're kind of fickle, and so it's easy for you to kind of move your fishy self around and be with different people. If that's been you, you're not going to want to do that at this point. You've got somebody coming in who's incredibly attractive and stable and grounded and is interested in a long-term commitment with you. The outcome card is the King of Wands, and this is definitely, it's fire energy, but it's a very fiery, inspirational king. It's somebody who leads but also encourages others. So this is somebody who can really encourage you to grow. So if you know you've been somewhat immature in relationships, you're not going to want to do that anymore. This will be transformative for you to the point that you'll have that really stable, next level type of relationship here. You know, I don't see a ton of whimsy, but I do think it's going to be fun with these aces. And then, you know, when you get the Lovers, the Two of Cups in here, with the two aces, it's like anything is possible. You know, aces are wild, right? And for you, what you're going to have here is a really stable, fresh, new commitment. And that could very well be, you know, sometime after the 13th or 14th, when that full moon hits, things become very, very clear for you, and you let go of some things that weren't serving you and start a beautiful, fresh, new beginning. So the King of Wands, heading things up, I think you're going to find it's just a lot of spark. There's going to be a lot of spark there. huge action taker and pushes you forward. Sometimes I actually read at one point somewhere that Aries and Pisces were a very good match. Again, I've had some experience there. It was one Pisces, so there could be others, but I will say there was some complementary traits there. There were some, because I'm more of an action taker and tend to be more direct and decisive, whereas the person I was with was very indecisive and had a hard time communicating at times, just was more kind of afraid to speak their mind a little bit. And so sometimes that Aries, or excuse me, that fire energy, maybe it's a Leo you're dealing with, very well could be, because you've got, Leo and fire bracketing this upcoming energy. Very well could be a Leo, which that would be fun, a Pisces and a Leo, if that's the case, or somebody with Leo in their chart somewhere predominantly. But I think this looks great, Pisces. You have aces of love coming up and an offer. It's going to be very financially stable. Anything that you've been worried about is going to be behind you. You've got nice stuff coming through. So let's take a look at this guy, the Wild Offering, and he's so serene and peaceful. And he just adds a fun element here. So I like this. Your card this time is Companionship. I like this. Companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. So it may be that you took some time to figure out who you were and invest in yourself, and this new love that's coming in, you're going to be ready for it. You're going to be completely ready for a partnership, for love, for a grounded, centered love. So Pisces, in October 2019, you definitely have love coming for you, and it's going to be very stable, very enduring, and just a deep, rich love. So I love you, Pisces. I'm happy that you have this as your reading. It's just a beautiful reading. And please subscribe if you like this video and want more of them. And I will see you again soon.